Okay, everybody. I wanted to welcome everybody to our weekly Stay True call. And tonight it is August 13th already, almost halfway through the month. So plenty of time to get to Success Club points. I know many of us are striving for high numbers this month with it being a Team Cup month and everything. So keep up the hard work, keep inviting and keep creating a new list and adding to it, because that's truly what's going to help get us to our goals for the month. But let me get to this here. Okay. So this week's call topic is going to be, I signed a coach, now what? So basically, I just wanted to be sure or clarify with people, who sign new coaches, what they need to do, and how to get their new coaches started off on the right foot. So I thought we haven't really talked about this for a long time, and I thought it might be a good topic to bring up and see if you guys had any questions, and or if you had any concerns, and maybe that's why you haven't signed a coach. I don't know. I thought, maybe if you're kind of in a lull or just wondering, oh man, if I sign a coach, what exactly do I do? So that's the purpose of tonight's call. I'm going to talk to you about the process to take them through, and also tell you where the resources are in order to make sure the above happens as far as getting people off to a fast start. So some other announcements to begin with. I don't know if you guys check or how often you check your breaking news in your online office. If you don't do it daily, please start doing that. Make that a habit, part of your power hour. Basically, there were some pretty cool things in there this past week. Success on Demand. It was just a reminder that there are some new things for personal development under our Success tab in our online office. Things from John Maxwell and some recordings and things like that you guys can plug into. So, I know oftentimes we forget about that resource. And if you're looking for personal development, please, remember that resource and utilize it, because Beachbody, they basically gift that membership to us to have that success channel on there. So be sure you're using it. Beachbody on Demand, there is a challenge du jour, which includes Insanity Live, PiYo Live, P90X Live, and Turbo Kick Live workouts. And basically what this is it's just kind of like a daily workout challenge. So if you're, I guess if you're not following a program, or if you just want to do something that is different, or something that's normally not in our back office, they offer these on Beachbody on Demand that you can play and stream and plug into. I personally have not done one yet, because I've been pretty steady on one program or another. But I was playing around in there today and saw some of the stuff that's in there. So check it out. It's pretty cool stuff. They announced that they have modifier workouts available in the On Demand for 21-day fix extreme and Insanity Max 30. So if those were too intense, or if you think you have a customer who may think that those are too intense, please refer them to that. So just this is the last point here. It's just a reminder that as far as what we do as coaches, just keep connecting with people. I don't know if it's just me or Beth and I, but I feel like a lot of us are kind of in a rut right now, or we're just kind of in a lull, kind of the dog days of summer type deal. We've got school coming back up and everything like that for the kids, and I think we're kind of anticipating that starting and just trying to get in whatever we can for the summer's end. But remember, when you're out and about, make connections, build relationships, because Beachbody they say all the time, this is, all caps, the way to grow your business. And so challenge yourself to double the names on your contact lists. And I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but we should just do a call like this. Just set a timer for 30 minutes and everyone on the call just write down names, or I could go through go through the
memory
jogger and just name off, like, all right, write down anyone you know that lives in Michigan. Write down anyone you know that lives in Columbus. I don't know. But it's just something to that 30 minutes, if you set a timer and get rid of all other distractions, then you truly would be amazed at how many more people you can add to your list. So, if you're kind of in a lull or dragging, or you're thinking, oh man, I don't know who to invite next, or I don't have anyone left to invite, please, please, please get out of that funk and, challenge yourself to that 30-minute challenge there. And if you do it, that'd be awesome. Post about it. Let us know how successful you were, how many people you were able to add to your list. Okay, so let's talk about the topic for tonight's call. I signed a coach, now what? Basically, what I wanted to do was kind of go over the process and procedure that we have set up for all you guys in our Stay True office, or the files. Our goal for new coaches is to get them off to a fast start. That's always going to help them to build momentum. It's going to help them to increase their interest in what they're doing and what's going on, Stay True, and really, truly just get them going, getting their business off the ground. So we have in the Stay True files, we have a post in there. This would be for a new coach who just is finishing up a challenge group, and so it will guide them through a Facebook post a Facebook post that they can post, and in order to get new customers and get them rolling. We also have a new coach introduction letter, and it's dated 4/1/15. These are the actual titles of the documents in the files. So for the post for a new coach just finishing up a challenge group, that's the actual title of the document. And then new coach introduction letter 4/1/15, that's the title of that document. So I wanted to make them easy for you guys to find. But this letter, I highly recommend that you read through it and make it your own. Don't take away, when you make something your own like this, don't take away the points or the assignments in that letter, but just make it sound like it's coming from you. I think if you read that letter that's in our online office, that's not my letter. That's not the one I send. I send one that delivers those same messages, but it's not in the exact wording that the one is in the or the one that is in our files document. So just be sure that you take it and you make it your own, but definitely it gives them action steps to take. It verifies what kind of coach they kind of committed to being in the email that you had sent to them prior to them becoming a coach. And also it gives them small assignments so that you, as their sponsoring coach, see that they're interested in growing their business or in moving forward in learning what they need to know to what they need to know to grow their business and when they sign up as a coach. So it's a little tester too. It's a little tester too, because it allows you to see how interested they are. Okay, I got a tickle in my throat. Can you hand me my water? Excuse me. Okay. Other things or other areas that we need to send our new coaches to are the coach online office, to send them to the leadership ladder. In the leadership ladder, they will see, what they need to know as a coach that's just getting started. They'll see that they need to reach out to you, their sponsor coach, in order to set up a getting started right call. And they'll find everything that they need to be prepared for that call as well. So if you're a coach who hasn't done many getting started right calls and you have no idea how to hold one, or the only one you've ever done was maybe with your personally sponsored coach, the person who brought you into Stay True, then feel free to reach up to your upline coach and have them help you out with a couple of those getting started right calls. But those calls are very important to have. So if you haven't had those with new coaches, feel free to go back. I mean, don't feel bad about going back and saying, hey, you know what? I just realized we never did our getting started right call. Why don't we arrange a time to do that? And then you can send them back into the online office to the leadership ladder, and they can kind of start from scratch again. So the next thing that we highly, highly, highly recommend that you do is get them into a 14 days to success training or some kind of other Coach Basics course that will get them, started off and heading in the right direction. It'll give them the essentials that they'll need to, learn what the vital behaviors are and start to perform those vital behaviors. Because we can learn all we want, but if we aren't doing the vital behaviors, then, that's something that you need to be careful of. Personal development, that's great. It's awesome. Working out, that's great. It's awesome. But if you're not inviting people, then you're not going to get anywhere. So, as far as your own vital behavior activities, make sure that you, as well as your new coaches, realize that the inviting process and everything is probably, I think, the most important if you are a coach who wants to grow your business. Let's see. So our goal, honestly, is we make it simple for you to, quote, plug and play and sign away. Okay. And the whole plug and play is basically utilizing the files and the information, not only that we've provided you in Stay True, but also that the online office has, the leadership ladder, all those resources you guys have at your fingertips, literally, to utilize and, use to bring your new coaches on in a faster way or in a fast start. So that is all I have tonight. If there's anything specific that you guys want to talk about or any questions that you may have, I'd be happy to help you out with that. Beth, you had talked about a coach activity status. And
when you first sign
right. So realize that when you first sign a coach, a lot of us are signing coaches through challenge packs. And so when they sign up as a coach, when they order a challenge pack, they will become active, not right when they sign up as a coach, but that next Thursday, when the new week begins, you'll see that's when they'll become an active coach. So if you see that they're inactive or they ask, why am I inactive? You can explain to them, that they'll be active on Thursday when the new week begins for Beachbody. Now, if they are a coach who bought a challenge pack, let's say they bought a challenge pack in July and they upgrade to a coach. Let's, for example, say they bought a challenge pack on July 24th. And basically, so that's when their Shakeology shift and everything like that. Then they will become an active coach and they sign up today as a coach. Okay. So they use their $40 free coach enrollment. So they purchased a challenge pack on July 24th. They signed up on August 13th as a coach. They will become active when their Shakeology order ships from when they ordered their challenge pack. So it'll ship on August 24th. That's when they would become active or qualify for being active, because that they need 50 volume points to go through their business center in order to become active. Now, if they, if they become a coach and then they sell 2 challenge packs that same week that they become a coach, then they would be active because they'd have more than, 50 personal volume points. So, okay. Anybody have any questions or thoughts or anything on coaches or new coaches or, oh, hold on, Lindsay, it's not showing that you're muted, but.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Now
yeah.
we can.
So if I were to sign up my husband and he doesn't really have any interest in actually like coaching, what leg would I put him
I would have to look at your business. Really, I would always put your spouse on your strong leg.
Which is which leg? Tell her that.
I don't know. I'd have to look and see at her because I don't know which leg of Dan she's in. And
Well, you're under Mark, aren't you, Lindsay?
okay, so I'd have to. Yeah, hold on. I can look real quick. I guess. Give me 1 sec.
So
And I
you
also wondered, to keep him active, does he also have to have like a certain per volume per month?
So what I always say, if you have a spouse who is a coach and you're just sign them up to be a coach to get you to Emerald, for example, I always tell people to make sure any non-success club producing order, success club point producing order you would get. So that, for example, say somebody just orders Size the workout program only, then you would put, so let's see, you're in Mark's right leg. So you would put your husband in your right leg too. Yeah.
and you could wait and sign him because you don't have another coach, right? A personally sponsored coach. Okay, so you could wait and sign him like the same day you signed another coach.
Okay.
And then you would go to Emerald once he is active and that coach is active. But like Glenn said, if you're selling the 21-day fix and it's not a challenge pack, then put it through under his business center. He'll become active if he has some orders going through under him without you guys having to buy something. Plus he'll make the commission and you'll make the volume points.
Right. So in a way you get to double dip off of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or
Yeah.
if you guys buy 2 bags of Shakeology a month, put one under you and one under him for sure. Cause then you're getting the volume. Like it helps. The more that's under you, it helps you,
Right.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. But that's an excellent question. I mean, coach placement and everything like that, there is some strategy behind it, but it can be tricky. But in this case, you want to put him at the top of your strong leg. So your other coach you'd want to make sure that your coach placement was aligned to your left leg, and then switch it once they sign up, and then put your husband in your right leg.
Okay.
And then once once your husband and that new coach go active, like Beth said, that's when you'll become Emerald. So, but that's exciting. You should try to get there.
I know. That's on my list.
Good. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have anyone close to signing up as a coach, or?
I've had people that are interested, and like my brother was especially, because he uses like T25. His wife does PiYo. They wanted to get Shakeology, but he just is like lingering. He doesn't know if he wants to sign up for Shakeology. And I was like, well, if you were a coach, you're in the military, you get a discount, and you also get a discount on your Shakeology. And he just is still on the fence about it. So
it wouldn't cost him a dime to be a coach.
Yeah, even his coach fee. Oh my gosh, I wish I had some more military people.
I mean, even if he wanted to, yeah, I did too. But even if he wanted to, we've got a fly flying around us. If he wanted to sign up, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't. We'll have to talk about that because he should sign up as a coach.
I agree.
Definitely. Even if he's on the fence about it.
Yeah, just do it.
And you should tell him, like, listen, I'm going to start growing my business and signing coaches. It's beneficial for you to be in first. That's why we tell people, like, don't hem and haw over your spouse. You got to put your spouse up top so that when you do grow your business, they're getting all that volume.
Right.
You don't want to sign them once you already are making something of this. You need to get them in early.
Yeah, because you'll be kicking yourself if you wait like 5 coaches and then one of those 4 above them, like, just blowing it out, and then your spouse is missing out on all that volume coming up from that other coach. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's another incentive. Tell him, like, you got to get in early.
Yeah.
And my husband's military too, so I'm just like,
oh my gosh, yeah. Well, then you could sign him now.
Yeah, I would.
Like, I wouldn't, you don't even have to wait.
Right.
We were going to have, aren't we going to do another coach sneak peek?
Yeah, we'll be doing one.
Is that Monday or the 24th?
That would be, I
me
think
look
it's the
through.
third week. But yeah, we'll be doing another sneak peek if your brother would want to get involved in that.
And I tried to get him to do the last one too, and
Yeah.
I can't remember what his excuse was, but I was just like, come on.
What if we sent, I mean, is he on Facebook much or not really?
Yeah.
He is, okay. I was going to say, some guys aren't on Facebook all that much or aren't into it as much as women are. So it might be beneficial to send them emails of the daily, here's what was posted in the, in the page or in the group. Just an idea.
Maybe I should send it to him and his wife, because she would be like, oh, look, Lindsay sent you something.
Right. There you go.
Or
Strategizing.
put them both in the sneak peek. We were supposed to have the sneak peek on the 17th.
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll probably start one on the 17th. We'll announce it either the 17th or the 24th. We'll announce it in Stay True.
Okay.
When we're gonna do that.
I'll just add them and see if they'll be like, what'd you add me to? And I'll just say, just look.
Just do it.
Let's do it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm your blood.
There you go. Any other questions, concerns, thoughts on coaches, bringing them on, and or any other topics? Ernie, you have something? All right.
So just overhearing Lindsay's military comments, because I was former military, does that count towards my, do I need to do anything about that?
Yeah.
Do you pay your coach fee now?
I do.
Oh yeah, you can.
What branch were you in?
Marine Corps.
Okay, and you weren't like dishonorably discharged or anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, no, that's a fair question, because then if he was, he wouldn't have that. What's the form that they gave you when you got out? That W.
Right, the DD 214.
214, exactly.
Yeah, you can submit that.
Submit a copy of that, and your Beachbody fees are gone. Your monthly
Okay.
coach fee would be waived.
Then that's
So if you go to your
okay.
office.
So then that means you'd be getting a bigger discount.
I saw that on the Office. Yeah, well, I saw that on the Office, and I didn't know if I was still qualified for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Retired military.
and so that does apply to any former military then, right?
You gotta hit up all your friends, Ernie, and get them signed up.
Well, now I will. Now that I know that,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and start telling the people that I know, because I think it applies to spouses as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it just of active duty spouses?
Well, it's only one per family, I
But-
think.
Yeah, I think so. But Lindsay, you were shaking your head no. Did you look into that?
Okay.
Hold on, let me unmute you. You did look into it?
I think it didn't apply to me because we weren't married when he was in the military.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you and your wife were together while you were in the Marines. I'm not sure if it's different. It might be.
We were not, but I have friends that were married in the military that I've been talking to, and so even I'm actually talking to some of their wives who are looking into to possibly getting involved.
Oh, God. Let's get it
But
going.
I wasn't sure if if they were available to get that free, if that coaching cost was free. That could be a selling point for them, that they were worried about having to pay for it. So if that's the case, then I might be able to sell that to them.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, that really takes any risk. I mean, guys, honestly, to start a business, even for $40, or if you buy a challenge pack, or, it's pennies. I mean, there's businesses and franchise that people pay $300,000 to start. At Planet Fitness, you have to have $500,000 in assets to even get a application going with them. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So it's like, you know, to talk to somebody about the opportunity that can be made out of a $40 coach sign-up fee, and, you know, then to get it free. I mean, that's amazing. That's where it's like, yeah, you definitely need to drive that home to them and just say, hey, let's do this. Let's try this. And, you know, it's definitely look for people who are in it, who are looking, that you hear talking about finances or struggling or wanting to stay at home more and stuff like that. When you hear those words, that should kind of ring a bell, like, oh yeah, I should tell them about Beachbody.
And this says active duty service members and spouses.
Right.
But now, reservists from any branch of the military, United States military, who have been wounded, or the spouse or partner of a United States military service member that was lost or killed.
Any
But where's the retired? Because
right here, honorably discharged veterans of the United States military.
No, that's Oh, is that the same as retired?
Isn't that the same as you're honorably discharged?
Yeah.
Right.
Because Scott,
Retirement is 20 years, so.
Right.
so you can fax, if you go into your online office under the FAQs and just type in military discount, it'll link you, because you submit a form, but you can either fax it or mail it, I think.
And it says at the top, it says,
Okay.
confirmed veterans, this program will waive the monthly coach business service fee indefinitely, so long as the requirements to maintain the waiver stated below are met.
But you submit a copy of your DD 214
Right.
by fax.
Okay.
So yeah, you should totally
Okay.
do that, because my gosh, then your Shakeology is like, you know, you get it for $30 off instead of just
Instead of
18
paying
off.
15, and you know, so that makes,
Right. Well, and that's, like I said, that opens it up to a lot of the people that I know that were still, I mean, this is an easy way for them to start something.
Right.
Like you said, somebody that's struggling with money or that is looking for something, this would be an opening for them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost them anything.
Is it better for you? Like, do you have some people that you would want to put in the Coach Sneak Peek group coming up? And if so, would you rather
I'll have to talk to them.
Okay. Because Monday.
Yeah, let me talk to them and see. I haven't gotten. Let me talk to some of them. I know that they had shown some interest. I know the one, he just had heart surgery, so I gotta wait for him.
Right.
But
some of them you can still put them in a challenge group, let them experience that kind of thing before you. Like, some people get freaked out if you mention it all at once. So.
yeah.
Right. I know I had one like that I had invited to a challenge group last month, and he started out pretty good, and then he just disappeared. When I talked to him, he ended up leaving for work, but he totally changed his Facebook and everything.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure. I need to catch up with him again and kind of see what happened.
Right.
Right.
But I think that he was just a little overwhelmed with everything.
Right.
Well, and that's what I'm finding too, with the more and more I talk to other male coaches who run male-only challenge groups and stuff like that. Did you watch that post that Mark had posted in our group?
I saw it. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
From Josh Spencer, and how he's running some amazing all-men's groups, and he talks about how men don't want more rules, and they don't want to have to share their personal stories. We're not emotional. We're more, you need to earn your trust before they share their stories or their emotions. So that could scare off men in the way that we have our challenge groups now, which are more or less set up by women, because look at Beachbody and the number of coaches that are women.
Right.
I don't know, just some thoughts there, but I'm going to stop recording now. I forgot that we were still recording. So let me go ahead and stop that.